This part of the story opens in my office. London, Lieutenant Monster and I are having a confab about how to put the finger on this murderer/thief. Let me tell you right now, it's not one of my finest moments. Jeez.
Okay, the way I see it is, the statue this joker stole when he bumped old Doc Stanley was only half the prize he wanted.
How do we know the criminal is a man?
Just a figure of speech, sweetheart. It could always be a dame.
No chance. This is definitely Diamond's caper.
How can you be so sure?
Look, Dollface, all the evidence points to him. He's the Gunzel we're after. It's obvious.
Don't dollface me. You are completely
Hold on, you two. This plan will smoke out the killer, no matter who it is. So can I just run over it again?
Sorry about that, pal. The floor is yours.
The twin statue of Bast is arriving in secret on my longtime friend Captain Ralston's steamship, the Enola Gay. He will bring it to this office. You, London, will store it in Phil's safe.
Righto.
Phil and I are going to Livingstork's office to check the progress on the phony we're having made.
With the Doc's intimate knowledge of this thing, our little fake should be enough to fool old Jack L. into making a grab for it.
Then we drop the hammer on him.
It may not be him after all.
Cut it out, will ya? He helped Livingstork finance this whole thing for a reason, and it wasn't his insatiable thirst for knowledge.
True, but don't you think your inability to bring this bounder to heel during the bootlegging wars might be influencing your choice here?
We did bring down his partners and put the kibosh on his whole operation.
Yes, you did, Lieutenant, but he himself got away. In spite of your resounding victory, Philip has always seen the job as half done.
Look, he was 86 by some mug with claws. Who knew the statue was coming in that night? Sound like anybody we know?
Cats also have claws.
You ain't seriously trying to pin this on Kitty Galore, are you?
And why not?
She was in love with the murder victim, for one.
A tweed-clad Tweety bird twice her age with absolutely no common interest. She only meets him after this great find gets published. Doesn't that sound a little bit fishy to you?
It sounds like you don't know her as well as I do.
All you know about is she has lovely almond-shaped eyes and is a link to Diamond. Why not have the fur around the wound tested? See if it's jackal. Or cat.
That's just a blind alley. We don't have time to waste. She was right about you. You're on my back all the time. Sometimes you can be a real nag.
Really? Maybe if I would have nagged you more, Robert Frog would not be in a coma right now.
I knew it. It's just like she said. I make one mistake. All of a sudden, you got no faith in me. All of a sudden, everything I ever done is out the window with you. You know
Enough. That's it. You are going too far. Phil, get in the car and calm down. Not another word till we hit Livingstork's office. Out now or deal with me.
It's not true, you know. I'll always have faith in that hard-headed, wonderful bird.
There. You don't have to convince me, London. I've known forever. Dry your tears. He's hurting right now, but he could never live without you.
Sometimes he puts so much pressure on himself, he makes it hard to love him.
That he does. I will contact Sergeant Otis and have that fur tested tonight.
You don't think it's a blind alley, Cookie?
At my age, sometimes chasing down blind alleys is all the exercise you get.
While we was hot-footing it to Livingstork's office, there was a clandestine meeting happening on the Enola Gay. The stateroom was kind of dark. There was a bunch of shelves with charts, compasses, and other seafaring bric-a-brac lining the walls. In the middle of the room, there was a big oak desk. Seated behind it was a scruffy-looking rat named Ralston. He was the captain of this particular vessel. Across the desk from him was a wild-eyed looking goony bird in a white laboratory smock.
Are you telling me you're here for the Marmoset package?
Well, JP no longer has need of it.
True. I hear tell that was quite the crack-up. Was he the only swab to go down with the ship?
Sadly, no. The other driver and his wife both perished. Their child is now orphaned and under intensive care at Chicago General. They really should do something about that lakeshore S-curve.
A crying shame it be. But ye still ain't tell me why I should be giving you his package.
Sorry, just 1 second. It's in me pocket. Here you go, Captain. Notice JP's signature allowing me to take delivery in his stead.
Ralston looked it over and began to smell a rat.
This don't look like his signature at all. Plus, it's pretty convenient he coming up here with this so soon after the accident.
I can see your point. But will this calm your fears?
Out of this mug's lab coat comes enough bills to choke a horse.
This sheds a whole new light on the situation. Especially since I have very little time to examine this order. You see, I've other ports to call tonight.
In that case, we should conclude our business as soon as possible.
Then Ralston clicks the intercom on his desk.
Barnacle Bill, bring up the marmoset boxes.
Aye, aye, Captain.
Bill's a good swabby, he is. Your booty will be here in a minute. Can you tell me why you want it so bad?
Oh, Captain, that would be just one more burden on your mind. Too many of those burdens of that type are how accidents happen.
The scene opens with Captain Ralston carrying a package in front of my office door. He's making that utter port a call.
Evening, miss. I be here to deliver a package for Phillip Penguin.
I'm his assistant, London. I'll take the delivery.
I would gladly hand it over to you, but I need to set my own eyes on it. When it's open to be verified, you got what was promised.
Very well. Bring it in and set it on the desk while I get a knife to open it for inspection.
I'll be taking the knife to open the package. I wouldn't want to risk you getting cut, little lady.
With that, London hands over the knife. The Sea Dog handles it like the babe with a perfect pitch. In moments, the dingus is open and...
What a beauty she be. Is this what the doctor ordered?
Yes, the very thing.
The twin statue of Bast made a pretty picture sitting on my desk. London makes her way to the petty cash drawer, pulling out a fin.
Here you go, Captain. A little something for your trouble.
Thank you kindly, ma'am. And tell Cookie this old sea dog says I'd be taking me leave now.
Just as London enters the back room of my office, where the safe is, to store old Bast, she hears.
By good Queen Bess, what is that noise? Sounds like scratching against the door. But that's silly. Get a hold of yourself, girl. Philip is counting on you to put this in the safe.
She shakes her head, unlocking the safe door.
Let's see. 6 right, 2 left, 8 right, 10 left, and voila! It opens. In you go, old thing. Now that is not my imagination. I better grab this nightstick out of Philip's closet and check it out.
London, nightstick in hand, makes her way to the door. Gotta love this gal's moxie.
Okay, old girl, buck up. Once I open this door, I should be ready for anything. Here we go. What? Nothing? That does not make any sense. I know I heard something scratching this door.
As she steps into the lobby, a noise comes from behind her. And it's lights out all over old Britannia. As London hits the floor, out like a cheap fuse, Tigress crosses into my office, snatches up the statue of Bast, caressing it, saying,
Ooh, how your twin has missed you, my lovely. The two of you are about to make Mama proud and very, very rich.